Welcome to the True Man Podcast. This is an invitation to radical reconstruction of a man's masculine heart and soul in a place of safe community where we dare to ask questions deep seated inside a man and explore ways to help you become a better man, a better son, a better dad, and a better spouse. The man you want to be. Don't you want to meet him? Well, as I begin today, I want to thank you again for your loyalty and the time that you take to listen to the True Man podcast. And if you like it, share it. Don't keep it a secret. I do my best not to keep it a secret. Tell people about it and take the time to forward this podcast on to one of your buddies. Most people are listening to this on their phone. My statistics tell me that. So all you have to do is simply share this and send it off into somebody's text message box and say, hey, listen to this guy. I mean, if you like it, if you're getting something out of it. And I really, really hope you are. And heck, use the topics that I'm talking about in your men's small group and share with me what happens. Drop me an email at mike@truemanlifecoaching.com. Let me know how that conversation went. I'd love to hear from you. Now, I am coming to you today from a brand new season of life, as you've been hearing me talk about here in the great state of Arkansas. Go Hogs, Razorbacks, go Hogs, go. It's really hard for me not to say that when I say Arkansas. But over the last few weeks, I've been thinking deeply about what it actually means to become new. This word new, maybe this seems rather obvious to you that all this is new to me, but the word new just keeps popping up. And of course, if you listen to this podcast, if a word pops up, I'm going to explore it. And so what does this word new actually mean? Not just externally what people see, but internally as a man, because a new environment may inspire you, but only personal transformation can sustain you. Now, more on that in a moment. But I also want to encourage you today to stay connected over the next several weeks because I believe God is building something powerful through these conversations. So, I talk a lot about the weight that the men have on their shoulders, identity, redemption, and how about a movement and now renewal? And I truly believe these messages are connecting together into something bigger that you've heard me mention, the American family renaissance. We are really working hard to make some subtle but big changes that are coming soon. Boy, we are working really feverishly on a great new website. Looks fantastic. And we're going to talk a lot about the American family values on this program that are not being taught in our culture. And quite frankly, that's why things feel and look like they're going to hell. But they're not going to hell because right here on this program, we're going to bring those values back and build great men so they can lead great families. So today, we're going deeper into the idea of new. Not superficial newness, not temporary excitement, but real renewal. The kind that transform a man from the inside out, which is the objective here. It's funny. People get excited about a new house because nobody's touched the walls yet. I mean, that was part of my excitement. But the truth is, God is far more interested in rebuilding the man living inside that house than the house itself. Now, he wants you safe and protected in that house, of course. But the God that saved you is much more interested in you. And so there's something that really about this word new, it excites people, doesn't it? A new house like I'm experiencing, it's exciting. A new car, who doesn't love the new car smell? A new mobile phone, don't you love to explore all those apps and the changes that come with getting a new mobile phone? A new relationship, falling in love, a new opportunity, a new job, a new year, a new beginning. People love new, don't they? They love the smell of that newly built house. They love the new car smell that they get. They love opening a box of the newest gadgets before their friends get their hands on it. And they love that feeling that comes into stepping into something that's fresh. And honestly, I completely understand it. Right now, my wife and Jill and I are living in a new house. We're building new relationships. We're meeting people new in our neighborhood and stepping into a new season of life here in Arkansas. And yes, it is exciting. There's energy in newness. But over the last several weeks, I've been thinking deeply about something. New can also be deceptive, can it? Because sometimes what looks new externally can really distract us from what still needs to be rebuilt internally. So you can move into a new house while still carrying the same mindset. Don't do that. You can start a new job while remaining spiritually stagnant. Now, God doesn't want that for you. You can buy new things while neglecting the condition of your soul. And that's the danger. Because many people make the mistake that external change, they make the mistake of external change for internal transformation. But they're not the same thing. So one of the greatest lies our culture sells is this. If I just get something new, I'll become new. No, you won't. Not automatically, because transformation does not come through possessions. It comes through conditioning. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Not just the excitement of new, but the responsibility that really comes with becoming new. Because if you truly want to be the best version of yourself, version 2.0 of your life, you must condition three things: your mind, your body, and your spirit. So let's talk about those three today. Most people want a better life without becoming a better man, don't they? We want things quick and easy, and that never works long term. You see, the real transformation is not cosmetic, it's foundational. It changes the structure beneath the surface. That's why so many people chase external upgrades while avoiding internal development, because internal work is harder, isn't it? It requires honesty, discipline, humility, and consistency. And most people would rather buy something new than become something new because they don't want to put in the work. Now, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, walking through this new house I have. Everything is clean, fresh paint, new surroundings, new routines. And while all of that is great, it also reminded me of something important. A new environment does not guarantee a new life. You can place the same man in a new location, and if he doesn't change internally, he eventually recreates the same patterns externally. You see, that's why some people move cities but never find peace. Some people switch relationships but never find connection. Some people change careers but never find fulfillment because the issue was never fully external, was it? And this is where Scripture speaks so powerfully into our lives. You see, the Bible does not simply talk about behavior modification. It talks about renewal, transformation, becoming new. You see, Scripture says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. Now, I love that verse because it doesn't say improved, it says new. But here's the key. That newness begins internally before it is visible externally. God changes the heart first, the spirit first, the mind first, and from there, everything else begins to change. Now, Romans chapter 12, verse 2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Notice the word renewing. You see, transformation begins in the mind. The battlefield of your life is often between your ears. The false self, the true self. You going to listen to God today or the evil one? How you think determines how you live. So make it a positive one. If your thinking stays old, well, your life eventually follows. That's why conditioning your mind on positive things matter. What are you feeding your mind anyway? Negativity, distraction, comparison, fear, or truth, discipline, growth, and faith. You see, most men underestimate how much their thought life shapes their reality. You become what you repeatedly think about. And if you constantly tell yourself, "I'm stuck, I can't change, I suck," or "this is just who I am," well, eventually your actions align with those beliefs. But renewal changes that. Renewal says, "I am growing, I am being refined, I am becoming stronger, I am becoming the man God created me to be." You see, that's highly positive conditioning. And conditioning doesn't happen once, it happens daily. Your thoughts and your words matter. You don't become mentally strong on accident. You have to train your mind. The same is true physically. So let's be honest for a moment. Most people want the rewards of discipline without the discipline itself. They just simply don't find the joy in the discipline to stay disciplined. They want energy without conditioning, strength without sacrifice, confidence without effort. But the body really does respond to consistency. The body responds to being in that kind of balance. So your physical conditioning matters, not because of vanity, but because your body affects your energy, doesn't it? You know this. Your focus, your leadership, your confidence, and your ability to carry your responsibility. Well, heck, you only get one body. You probably better take care of it, as I like to say. Hey, this is just a rental. I got to turn it in to my maker when I'm done. Now, a weak body really often contributes to a weak mindset. Not always, but often. And you were designed to move, to train, to challenge yourself, to develop endurance. And one thing that I've learned over the years is this: physical discipline often unlocks spiritual and emotional discipline. I mean, just this morning, as I often do, I'm up at 4:44 in the morning. I like fours and twos, okay? I'm up at 4:44 every morning. This morning's workout regimen was stretching and ab work for 45 minutes and then off for a 3-mile run. Now, would I rather be laying in bed? Probably, but I find joy in the discipline of that physical regimen that I put myself through every morning. And I have a daily regimen of stretching and working out every morning. And my morning also includes the routine of Bible study and connection with God through deep meditation and prayer. You see, when a man learns to master himself physically, like I'm doing my best to do, he begins developing strength in other areas too. And this is exactly what I have found. That's why version 2.0 of yourself isn't built through comfort. I wish I had another answer for you. It's really built through our conditioning, our own training, our mental daily preparation to be the best person we can be. And that's that. And then, of course, let's talk about the spirit. Now, this is, of course, the most important of all, isn't it? Because you can sharpen your mind, you can strengthen your body, but if your spirit is disconnected from God, what you're going to find is emptiness. I've seen incredible successful men who had money, influence, possessions, achievement in their lives and still felt lost. Why? Because success without spiritual alignment eventually feels hollow. The world teaches men to build outwardly, but God teaches men to build inwardly first. And we need to pay attention to that. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 through 24 say, put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life, and be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and put on the new self. Again, small but mighty phrase, put on the new self. Now that means becoming new is intentional. You don't drift into it, you choose it daily. And here's what I think many men misunderstand. God is not interested in simply improving your old life. He wants to transform you completely. Not just your habits, your identity. And that's why following Christ changes everything, because Christ doesn't just clean up behavior, he rebuilds the man. And that's real newness, not superficial newness, not look at my stuff newness, deep renewal. And honestly, I think our culture has become addicted to superficial newness, haven't we? We see this everywhere. Who's got the best boat in the neighborhood, the biggest house, the nicest cars? Oh, I have a lift in my garage. I have room for 6 cars. Really? We constantly chase the next thing, the next purchase, the next trend, the next distraction, because temporary excitement feels easier than deep transformation. But that excitement fades. The smell of the new car fades. The excitement of the new house, well, becomes normal. The gadgets get outdated, by the way. And eventually, you are left with yourself again. And that, my friends, is why the inner work matters, because no matter where you go, there you are. Why not bloom where you're planted? You know, one of the things this move has taught me is that environments matter, but they don't replace responsibility. Yes, yes, yes. I am grateful for this new chapter in my life, grateful for this home, grateful for the people we've met, grateful for family and connection, grateful for the people I have not met yet, and can't wait to put a name with a face. But I also understand something clearly. This season will only become meaningful if I continue to become the man that I'm called to become within it. And that's the challenge for all of us, isn't it? Don't let external excitement distract you from your internal development. Use the new season that you're in wisely. Use it as an opportunity wisely. Use the fresh start wisely, because new can either become a distraction or a launching point for transformation. And the difference comes down to whether you're willing to do the work. So let me ask you something directly. What part of your life actually needs renewal right now? Is it your thinking, your discipline, your faith, your health, your relationships? What are you polishing externally while neglecting internally? Hey, your boat will always be around, just because you're out waxing it in your driveway, showing off for your neighbors, means nothing about what's going on inside. Come to think of it, a boat sounds like a lot of fun right now. Hey, but that's summer fun. So here's the question that matters right now. Because eventually, what's happening internally always shows up externally. Now, here's something else I've learned. Most men overestimate what they can accomplish quickly and underestimate what consistent conditioning can do over time. So you don't become the best version of yourself, version 2.0 overnight. You build him day by day, choice by choice, habit by habit, prayer by prayer, workout by workout, conversation by conversation. That's how transformation happens. Colossians chapter 3 verse 10 says this, put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its creator. I love the wording there. Being renewed. Present tense. Ongoing. This is not a one-time event. It's a process. You're a process. And the process continues throughout your life. The strongest men I know are not perfect men. They are renewing men. They're growing men. They're learning men. They're anxious to learn. They're curious. Men willing to confront themselves honestly. And that's the invitation here today. Not just to admire newness externally, but to pursue renewal internally. Because here's the truth. The greatest upgrade in your life will never be your house, your car, your title, your income, or your possessions. I know that's a shock for some of you. The greatest upgrade in your life is the man you become. A stronger mind, a healthier body, a deeper faith, a more disciplined spirit, a more grounded identity. That's version 2.0 of you. And unlike superficial newness, that kind of transformation lasts. So yes, enjoy the blessings that God gives you. Enjoy the new home, the fresh season, the opportunities, the experience. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't stop there. Let the external blessing become a reminder that God also wants to do something new within you. A new level of discipline, a new level of faith, a new level of purpose, a new level of peace. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19 says, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? God is always working, always refining, always renewing. The question really is, are you willing to participate in the process? Or are you simply chasing temporary excitement? Because one leads to distraction and the other leads to transformation. So as I sit here today in a new house in this new season, surrounded by gratitude and a lot of excitement, I also recognize the responsibility that comes with that. To keep growing, to keep conditioning, to keep becoming the man that I want to be. And that's my challenge to you today. Don't just pursue new positions, pursue renewal. Condition your mind, condition your body, condition your spirit, and become the strongest version of yourself, not externally, but internally. Because when God truly makes a man new, everything changes. So I hope you'll explore this world of conditioning yourself so that you can become the man that you want to be. If you want to know more about how you can condition your mind, condition your body, condition your spirit, I got some answers for you. I just want to hear from you. What do you want to learn about conditioning your mind, body, and spirit? There's a lot to it, not just one piece, but many. And my job is to help guide you to become the man that you want to be. Doesn't matter whether you're 18 or 80. Renewal is available. So just reach out to me if you have questions about this podcast, number 239, The Danger of Chasing New. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to, go out on your favorite podcast channel and leave me a great review. That helps me immensely. But I appreciate having you here with me on a weekly basis, and I hope you enjoyed today's podcast, The Danger of Chasing New. Now go out and make this your very best day ever. God bless you, and thank you so much for listening.